You're Princess Eleanor, wife of Prince James of Reve.
This couldn't be happening. Had I somehow gone back in time and ended up inside the body of a princess?
The princess is acting quite strange.
Princess, have you your wits?
Holy moly. Yeah, just a little dizzy. That castle was the real deal. It seemed I was the exact same person I used to be, but in a different time period. Same brain, same body, same... Wait a second. Not the same face at all. This wasn't me. Something was terribly wrong. What happened?
You lost your veil in the fall, my lady.
No, what happened to my face?
You were poisoned as a child. Don't you remember?
Poisoned by who?
Perhaps the head injury has affected your memory, Princess.
The princess has finally gone mad. Maybe the prince can send her away now.
Maybe she's a witch. We haven't had a witch burning in some time.
Well, we have always wondered. She does have the mark of the devil upon her face after all. Perhaps it is time for an exorcism.
This was just like the hospital all over again. Everyone treating me like I'm nothing. If this was a second chance at life, I was not going to be walked all over again.
Princess, is your brain damaged? Perhaps you are no longer fit to be head of the household. Tell me, can you recall my name?
If I revealed I'd been sent back in time, they'd think I was insane, and I might even be killed. I knew I had to act the part if I was going to stay alive.
It's Maggie, of course.
Well, I do prefer stewardess, Maggie.
Are you the princess here, or am I?
You are, my lady.
Then maybe I can call you whatever I please.
My lady, shall I escort you to your quarters to rest?
Indeed, Florence.
I shall inform the prince of your condition.
Well, what are you all standing around for? Are we going to let a little tumble ruin our fun? I have a game to win! Go on.
Wow, she really is a piece of work, isn't she?
Well, of course, my lady, she's always hated you, but I've never seen her so disrespectful. And in front of everyone.
She's hated me?
Pardon me, my lady?
Hated, of course she's hated me, that's right.
I bet she's very proud of her new status to be. By the way, we need to pick a dress for tomorrow. I was thinking maybe the brown one?
Yeah, sure.
What is she talking about? This girl seems sweet, but can I trust her? With so many enemies around, I need to figure out how to survive.
My lady, I thought you were dead. I was so afraid.
Yeah, I thought I was dead too. But it looks like I have a second chance. I'm not gonna let anyone push me around.
My lady, I've never heard you speak like this before.
Get used to it, Flo. I am a new woman. These guys always following us around?
But of course, my lady, they're your bodyguards.
It was all real. I really had been transported back in time. I tried to recall my history lessons. This must have been the 13th century.
Shall I prepare your bed, my lady? You should rest.
No, I shouldn't sleep. I could have a concussion.
A what?
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
I know. Chamomile tea. Herbs always make you feel better. I'm simply positive Lady Nerissa hit that ball at you. She did it on purpose. I'll bet she wants you injured so you won't come to the ceremony.
Ceremony? What ceremony?
My lady, we just talked about it. The prince is taking Lady Nerissa as his royal mistress. You remember that, right?
That's when it suddenly hit me. My concussion was the perfect excuse to explain why I didn't know anything.
You may have to remind me of some things, Florence. My head injury, it may cause some delays in my memory.
Of course, my lady. I'm at your service as always.
But you can't tell a soul. No one in the castle should think that I'm weak. They already do think I'm weak. Don't answer that. Okay, so what is this royal ceremony? I assume everyone important's gonna be there?
Yes, my lady. It's a pretty grand event. It's been in the planning for months now.
So my husband wants to take another woman. Must not be very happy with me. How often do we share a bed?
You and the prince have never consummated your marriage.
Never? He's never touched me? Why wouldn't he just... That's right. My face. Oh, it looks like toxins under the ectodermal tissue.
The what?
Princess Eleanor, I hear you have been injured.
It's Prince James.
Okay.
My lady, that is forbidden! You can't open the door without your veil.
Why not?
The prince, he refuses to look at your face. You speak through the wall normally.
Screw it. Nothing about today has been normal anyways.
How dare you open the door and look directly at your prince?
I must admit, he was handsome. Shockingly handsome. But his cruelty made him vile in my eyes.
If you wish to speak to me, you can look me in the face.
What has gotten into you, princess? Hide yourself immediately.
I refuse to cower behind this door while you bark orders at me like some peasant. So you can either say what you came here to say, or leave.
Tomorrow is the royal mistress ceremony. It's an important day for me, as you know. So you better stay out of my way.
In that moment, I made a decision. I wasn't going to be this evil man's weak, docile princess anymore. In fact, I wasn't going to be a princess at all. I was going to become queen.
Of course, my prince. I won't cause any trouble.
But for now, I had to play the prince's game. Let him think he was winning until I could plan my next move.
If I see you tomorrow, there will be consequences.
Are we done here? I'm not feeling too well.
And do not ever show your face to me again.
My lady, you didn't beg him to stay as you always do.
Beg? No, Florence, no. Now, rather than love someone who doesn't cherish you, you have to love yourself first. I don't need a man who doesn't know my worth.
May I say something to my lady that might sound rather crude?
By all means, Flo.
I'm glad you got hit in the head. It's made you so different. So brave.
There's nothing like a near-death experience to remind you of your own strength. Alright. So it seems as though the prince wants the entire castle to see his mistresses more powerful than me. What do you think?
He is somewhat scheming like that.
Once again, a man was trying to undercut and control me. I wouldn't have it.
Listen closely. If we're gonna play this correctly, we are going to be able to be in a position where no one will ever be able to talk down to us, ever again.
What kind of position, my lady?
Queen.
My lady has never had such ambitions before.
First things first, I have to do something about my face. The kingdom is never gonna take me seriously looking like this.
If I'd had my resources from the 21st century, I could have cured my face instantly. But there was one saving grace that had existed as long as time. Herbal remedies.
I have an idea. Is there anywhere in the castle grounds where plants are grown?
Be stealth, my lady. Your presence here would cause alarm amongst the staff.
Who did all of this, Florence?
There are rumors of a monk who traveled all over the world and brought all these plants here 100 years ago.
I recognized so many plants from my studies. Moringa for antiseptic, water root for stomach issues.
We have to come back here and gather some of these. They could be great for healing.
I tried telling you about this garden before, but my lady wasn't interested at the time.
This is oleander. It's dangerously toxic. It can cause seizures just by smelling it, even death. Are you familiar with the anthem plant? No, it's got small leaves. They're purple and spiky about this time of year.
I think I've seen that one.
I could finally test out my theory, the one that doctors would never entertain. I'd prove them wrong. I'd prove everyone wrong.
What will you do with it, my lady?
This is medicine, Florence.
It contains all sorts of antitoxins. I'm gonna grind it into a paste and apply it to my face.
Since when do you know so much about plants?
I wanted to tell Florence the truth. She would surely think I'd gone mad. I was taught by my mother in a convent where we learned all about healing. I didn't say anything because I didn't want anyone to think I was practicing witchcraft. So you won't tell anyone. Swear?
On Sir Benjamin's life.
Sir Benjamin? Is that your boyfriend?
Boyfriend, my lady? He's the royal cat.
Who goes there?
Stewardess. It is just me, Lady Florence.
What are you doing out in the garden? You should be tending to the princess.
I just came to find the beans.
Beans are cropped out in the fields. And why do you need beans right now anyway?
I don't know what to tell you, Stewardess. I just love beans.
You always were a strange girl. I'm looking for Sir Benjamin. Have you seen him anywhere?
I have not, Stewardess. Perhaps he's out hunting.
Perhaps.
Beans? What were you thinking?
I panicked.
Everyone's really obsessed with this Sir Benjamin, aren't they?
Well, he is the only man in this castle without a stick up his bum.
Feels like my fever's been reduced, but soreness in my muscles and stiffness in the limbs. I still have an infection. Florence, are you familiar with the moringa tree at all? It's a small tree with round leaves. I saw it in the greenhouse.
I think I know the one.
This was no Costco dinnerware set. Great. I need you to grab some of those leaves for me and crush them in my tea. It's a natural fever reducer. In fact, we probably should have some of those herbs on hand, as well as some sterile needles and thread.
I must say, my lady, I'm quite shocked. You never knew all of these things before.
You know what? I think that bonk on my head must have brought back some of the healing knowledge I learned as a girl.
I can only hope to learn from this brilliant new wisdom of yours.
You're my right-hand man, Florence.
On the contrary, my lady, I'm your left-hand woman.
Oh. You know what? Let's check the progress of these antitoxins. If this works, we are gonna make quite an impression today.
And what if it doesn't?
We'll find another way. She may have a great aim with the croquet mallet, but Lady Nerissa has another thing coming. I will not be usurped by a mistress. The mistress ceremony, where Prince James would announce his choice of mistress in front of his boozehound friends. I couldn't believe she was wearing white. This wasn't a wedding. The audacity.
That little witch is not here. Our plan has worked.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it is my honor to welcome you to one of our favorite parties of the year, the Royal Mistress Ceremony. Now, who is ready to start the festivities? How dare you show yourself here?
Your Highness, I merely wanted to watch the ceremony. Surely you wouldn't chastise me for this.
Of course. My wife is welcome at any party of mine. However ugly she is. As many of you know, my father died when I was very young and passed the throne to his brother instead of me. But I became a war hero. I first laid eyes on Lady Nerissa Rawson at a ball when I was 16. Her beauty struck me like a lightning bolt. I wanted to marry her. But my uncle, the new king, refused my proposal. As many of you know, he made other arrangements for me. However, when I insisted that Lady Nerissa be my official royal mistress, there was nothing he could do or say because I am a Lord of War! Woo! Now, I can't imagine you dare disobey your prince. But if anyone has any objections, then speak now.
I do.
I told you to stay out of this.
Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but is it not tradition in the land of Reeve that the royal mistress present the princess with a toast before taking her position in our family?
Princess, you are crossing a line.
It's the king's line.
Ugly freak! Don't even deserve the prince.
If you allow the prince to go against the rules, then you will be allowing him to go against the king's law.
We should do as customary, my lord, so that I will be officially recognized.
In following with tradition. Lady Rawson, please offer this wine to Princess Eleanor and ask to be welcomed into the House of Reeve.
Princess Eleanor of Eden, I hereby ask for your blessing to be the official royal mistress